Hi, everyone. For those who might not know me, I'm June Kress, and I served as CCE's Executive Director from 2004 to 2017, nearly 14 wonderful years. For as long as I can remember, my definition of a great job, and I mean a superb workplace experience, has always meant, on the one hand, compelling work, that is to say, juicy content that makes the world a better place, and on the other hand, engaging with smart, visionary, and hardworking people. I found both at CCE over the better part of my tenure. So let me start with the compelling work by giving you my top 10 awards with no favoritism and in no particular order. I love them all. The biggest impact award goes to the School Jury Education Program, a fabulous mashup of judges and kids, initially created during the Sam Harahan years. The project consisted of a mock trial video and taught thousands of high school students about the significance of jury service. I suspect the judges learned something as well. An honorable mention award goes to the production of an entirely new mock trial video shot on location in 2017 inside the courtroom of then U.S. District Court Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson, with Justice Jackson serving as the video's trial judge. My second award for the most creative fun project goes to the Bench Bar Media Dialogues, led by a stellar committee of reporters, lawyers, and judges committed to a better relationship between the courts and the media. These were a series of public programs, including 2016's CCE Goes to the Movies, Justice on the Big Screen, held at the Motion Picture Association's headquarters on I Street. These public programs were interspersed with several sharing perspective sessions, off the record, no holds barred discussions between judges, lawyers, and reporters meant to improve working relations between the three in the spirit of First Amendment protections. An honorable mention award goes to the production of the Journalist's Handbook to the Courts in the District of Columbia, made to look like a reporter's notebook. Remember those? With everything you'd need to know about covering the courts. My third award, most practical for people in need, goes to the numerous updates and translations into other languages of a variety of guides, from the Community Guide to the Courts and When Someone Dies to a Victim's Guide to the DC Criminal Justice System. An honorable mention award goes to the Guide to the DC Juvenile Justice System, published in 2009, visually one of CCE's most beautiful and informative publications. The fourth award for most self-reliant project goes to the 2012 publication of the Pedestrian Safety Report, a project that was undertaken by a group of CCE board members without any staff involvement whatsoever. My fifth award, most perfectly executed project, goes to the School to Prison Pipeline Study, a 2015 project that had a diverse committee, was data-driven, and exposed inequities in our local public and charter school systems and in the justice system. Even the rollout of the report was perfect. A well-attended panel discussion, keynote address, and even lunch at the historic Sumner School on 17th Street. The sixth award, CCE's Evergreen Prize, goes to the 2015 Jury Project, a year-long study to re-examine the jury system in the District of Columbia as a follow-up to CCE's initial and seminal study of jury service in 1998. This project gets a bonus award for having the most people at the table for any given meeting, with 2 co-chairs, 3 working group chairs, 33 working group members, 4 CCE staff, and 12 interns. Most importantly, the study made 25 recommendations, some of which were implemented shortly after the project concluded, and others in the ensuing years. My 7th award for righting a serious wrong goes to the Notario Fraud Project, a 5-year advocacy effort between CCE, the DC Attorney General's Office, the Hispanic Bar Association, and AYUDA, among many other stakeholders, meant to uncover the serious exploitation of Latino immigrants by lawyers who fraudulently misrepresent their clients. The upshot was the criminalization of notario fraud by the DC Council in a 2017 statute. The next award for Best Shift in Focus goes to all of CCE's criminal justice work between 2005 and 2017 that explored the issues of expungement and criminal record sealing, unemployment and recidivism, ban the box, parole, and clemency, culminating in the 2016 report, Beyond Second Chances, that chronicled the prospects of removing the collateral consequences of conviction for DC residents with a criminal record, a subject that continues to remain a critical focus of CCE's work. My 9th award for the most complex project goes to the Racer Report, a 2017 identification of best practices nationwide regarding public access to electronic court files, propitiously timed with the DC Court of Appeals consideration to enhance public access to electronic court records. Between massive data sets and complicated analytical methodologies, many of us struggle to keep up, but the focus on transparency by the courts would have made Charlie Horsky very proud. My final award for CCE's most politically important project goes to the Third Branch study, undertaken between 2006 and 2008, and eventually published as an issue of the UDC Law Review. This study was laser-focused on local political control, the history of the DC judicial function, the prosecution of local felonies by the U.S. Attorney's Office, the appointment of DC Superior Court judges by the White House and Senate, and control of the organization, budgeting, and funding of DC's local court system by the United States Congress. If you read the Washington Post article on November 23rd of this year called DC Pleads for Attention from Senate, Biden on Big Judicial Vacancies, then you will know how much on the cutting edge the Council for Court Excellence was more than 16 years ago. Okay, so much for the juicy content and how we work to make the world a better place. Now, I suppose you want to hear my top 10 list of the smartest, most visionary and hardworking people with whom I engaged over my entire tenure at CCE. But of course, I'm not going to provide that, as we already have a spectacular list prepared by the 40th Anniversary Committee of the 40 for 40, those remarkable individuals who truly made a difference to the Council for Court Excellence over the last 4 decades. Let me just end by saying it has been my honor and great joy to have been a part of this highly evolved organization. Happy birthday, CCE, and many happy returns of the day.